Friday, September 9th, and it's time for another update from the North Carolina Medical Society. This week, you get to vote, and it's not for President or House of Representatives or any other elected office. It's for your leadership here at the North Carolina Medical Society. It's time to elect board members, AMA delegates, and nominating committee. But I want to focus today on the board. With the new structure that we have, letting the House of Delegates go, the board has become even more important than ever. So right now on the board, you have the officers, which is one group. You have a second group of at-large members, and then you have a third group of regional representatives. So you've got a broad spectrum of specialties, a broad spectrum of backgrounds and places in practice, and you get to help select those people to go onto the board each year. But what's most important now, with the board being the conduit to get information to the medical society, is that these names should be very important to you. These names should be folks that are familiar to you, that you look to build relationships with, in the same way that we ask you to build relationships with your elected officials down the street here in Raleigh and back home. We're now asking you to work on developing relationships with the North Carolina Medical Society Board so that we can understand what's going on in your practice, what you need, and make sure that the things that we're doing are truly affecting your practice. So let's talk about the three people that are up for election. The first is John Reynolds. He's up for an officer position, that is the president-elect position. So he will not be the president this coming year when we announce the elections. He would be the president for the next year. So next September, he would become president of the Medical Society. The next position up for grabs is the Regional 2 representative, and that's Dr. Jeff Runge from Chapel Hill. And then the third is an at-large position, and that's Dr. Brian Cusack from Greenville, North Carolina. So we hope that you take the time to open your email and vote for these folks. You'll click through, and it's a very simple process for you to get an opportunity to vote for them. If we don't have a good email for you, you've received a letter in the mail. So go back home, go through your junk mail drawer, and dig it out, find the Medical Society's voter poll, and be sure to mail that back into us. You have until next Friday to either go online or postmark the election or your vote back to us so that we can include that in the election results on Saturday, September 17th at the Grand over in Greensboro. And just to remind you again, you can still come to that meeting. The actual business meeting on the 17th is open to everyone, free of charge to come. You can still come to the Friday and Saturday events if you with late registration, and you can also still come to just the government affairs meetings on Sunday morning. Whatever works for your schedule, we're still available to have you come and join us in Greensboro, and we look forward to you doing that. So that's it for now. Make sure you go and vote. We'll be back, not next week, but the week after, to start talking about elections as we get really close, within 50 days to the November elections, and we look forward to updating you more then. Have a great weekend.